Welcome back once again to howtocookgreatfood.com. If you haven't already, please click that button and subscribe to our channel. On the menu today, and as you can see right here, straight out of the oven, that is baking, that is. Gonna make a really simple and vegan baked zucchini with a fresh tomato and garlic sauce. As you can see, you might be able to see there's some real chunky bits of garlic in there. Got some fresh basil, fresh tomatoes. It's really delicate, really good for you, and nice and pure. Let's go and do it. Okay, let's get started. I've got a flat pan here, not a wok or anything, really kind of flat frying pan. I've got about 1/2 centimetre of oil in there. I'm using a sunflower oil today, but you can use any oil you like. And what I've got is our courgette or our zucchini. I'm using these kind of smaller ones today and a light colour. I know that in the European sector of the world they're usually much longer than this and a dark green, but there's several varieties. We're simply going to drop these in to our oil. Now if they're too big, you can just cut them down a bit, but these are all good sizes to me. Now we need to gently cook these, so we're not trying to make French fries here. In they go. And as you can see, I've just taken the nib off both ends and give them a little wash. So yeah, we're not trying to fry the life out of these fast. So on a kind of medium type heat, as you can hear from that oil sound. And we're going to just cook these for about, it's probably going to take about 6 to 7 minutes. Turn them around, want them kind of brownish. I'll see you when they're done. Okay, there you go. As you can see, I've just turned the heat off. So they're nice and brown and softened. But like I say, do it nice and slowly. We're just going to remove these out. Set them aside. Then we're going to get on with the next step, which is going to be to make a sauce. There you go. Okay, let's move on to making this sauce. I'm going to make a really simple tomato sauce here. So I've got a little bit of oil in there, and today I'm using sunflower oil, but you can use anything you like. Here I've got some fresh garlic, quite a bit. There's about 4 or 5 cloves there, and nice and chunky. I mean, that's completely optional. You can make it finer if you like. I'd kind of just like it like that in this dish. To that we're going to add some sliced onions. Again, I'm using red onion, but use white or brown, up to you. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I'm going to go in with some black pepper. And then we're just going to fry these around for about 2 or 3 minutes on a kind of medium to highish heat. Keep stirring, and then we'll move on. Okay, these are sauteing or frying nicely. Now I haven't put any dried herbs into this because I'm actually going to add some fresh herbs, but if you don't have any fresh herbs, you might want to put a little, you know, it's up to you what you want to do. You can put some rosemary, thyme, marjoram, oregano, list goes on and on. That's up to you what you want to do. So there we've just got salt, pepper, onions, and that garlic, and that touch of oil. Now I'm going to add some fresh tomatoes. I've roughly chopped these. And again, if you wanted, you could make this with a tin or a can of tomatoes. I just prefer the fresh. I'm just trying to keep this all nice and kind of clean today. And I've also used the ripest, juiciest tomatoes that I've got. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pop a lid on this, and we're going to cook them down take about 5 minutes. I'm on a kind of medium heat now. What should happen is that will give off quite a bit of liquid, hopefully. The tomatoes will break down and then we're going to end up with our sauce. If it's not juicy enough or wet enough, simply we're going to add some water to it. But we won't know that until we take a look when we come back. I'll see you in about 5. Okay, let's jump in and have a look. Well, they've certainly broken down, haven't they? Let's mix this in around now. And I'm going to add just a little touch of water to that. I mean, a little splash. Now if you wanted, like I say, you could have made this with a can of tomatoes. You can also, if you want, add some tomato paste or puree to this, which will change the colour of it quite a lot. But I'm keeping it just like this, nice and fresh and clean, like I say. You could, if you wanted, add a little touch of sugar, a little splash of ketchup, believe it or not. Maybe a little touch of honey or a little capful of vinegar. That can get rid of the tartness of the tomatoes. It's not a problem for me, but that's very common. Ketchup is unbelievably used. You won't believe how much it's used in commercial kitchens. It's in loads and loads of stuff. Lots of chefs love some ketchup. So let's just simmer this away now. I've turned it right down the heat. Just for about 3 or 4 minutes. I'm just going to chop some fresh herbs. Okay, off goes the heat. And here I've just got some fresh sweet basil, which I'm going to throw around in there. Like I say, with this sauce, I mean, maybe a bit of chilli in there might be nice. You could put a few olives, that could be good. Green or black would be nice. And that sauce for me is complete. Check it for salt. Simply what we're going to do is get that over our zucchini. Let's go and do that now. Okay, so you can see here I've just got a oven-proof dish. I'm using glass, you could use ceramic or metal, that's up to you. I've just laid our zucchinis in, and really simply we're going to spoon over a little bit of our sauce here. Now, as the title suggests, I'm keeping this completely vegan. If you weren't going to, you could maybe pop a little bit of cheese on the top of this. But I'm certainly not going to. But that's it. Everything's cooked. This is going to go into the oven. So just get your oven as hot as you can. Maximum heat. Preheat it. Pop that in, 5 minutes or so, it's done. We're not trying to cook anything, we're just trying to bring it together. And then you've got basically a beautiful, beautiful little dish. It's like I say, I tried to keep it nice and clean and fresh. I think I've done that. I think that's good for you. I know it's going to be good for me. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you again soon. Lots of love, bye-bye.